Long before the wind learned to speak in cities, before iron-roofed homes rose like proud chests in the east, there was a land, hidden, sacred, and wrapped in silence. The land of Umutu, where the Atani people lived between tradition and time. Welcome to the Promisky Folktale channel, where stories walk, spirits speak, and legends live again. If you love powerful African tales full of mystery, magic, and meaning, you're in the right place. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. And hey, tap the notification bell so you never miss a new story when it drops. Now, sit back, listen closely, and let the ancestors guide us into today's tale. The people of Umutu were not poor, no. They had laughter, love, and land. Their harvest fed many mouths. Their drums spoke to the gods. But one thing set them apart from every other clan: they could not build beyond the mud and straw their ancestors left behind. Village elder, voice thick with wisdom. Those who build with metal, die with silence. Young man beside him shivers. But elder, the Umona people now build with zinc. And they still live. Elder, frowning. We are not Umona, Okema's shadow still lingers here. Cut to a modest hut at the edge of the village, surrounded by medicinal herbs and carved wooden charms. A tall, graceful woman in a flowing red wrapper tends to a boiling pot. This is Ebra. Ebra, daughter of Nena, bearer of old magic, walk two paths, that of the spirit and that of the heart. She grinds herbs, her eyes distant. A flashback of her as a young girl, learning incantations from her mother, Nena, a fierce witch cloaked in palm fronds and bone jewelry. Nena, in memory. Magic is not evil, child. But the heart behind it decides its color. Ebra, muttering as she stirs the pot. We must change, this stillness is not peace. It is a prison. Ebra walks to the edge of the village, past an abandoned construction site. A pile of rusting zinc sheets lie untouched, vines now growing through them. A mother weeps beside a small grave. They had tried. A few brave souls, men of vision, had dared to rise above the mud. But none lived long enough to complete the dream. Grieving mother, wailing. My son only wanted shelter from the rain. Is that a crime? Villagers whisper and walk away, afraid to be near her. Ebra, softly. It's not the gods. It's the curse. Night falls. The moon hangs low. Ebra sits with Nena around the fire. The crackling embers reflect in their eyes. Ebra. Tell me again, Mama. Who was Okenma? Nena, with dread. She was the first to drink from the spirit river. A witch too powerful for her time. When the ancestors refused her wish to inherit her late father's houses and lands, which were the best in the land in those days, and as the only surviving child of a wealthy man, Chief Akuma, she cursed the land. Let no one raise a roof above mine, she said. Then she vanished, leaving her soul in the soil. Ebra. And no one has dared lift it. Nena. Many have tried. All have failed. Some things must be left where they lie, my child. Ebra, rising. Not this. Not anymore. Late at night. Ebra climbs the highest hill in the village. The wind howls around her. She opens a small leather pouch and throws bones onto the ground, performing a secret divination. She sought answers, not from the gods, but from destiny itself. The bones form a crescent. A glowing light flickers above them, revealing a vision of the coven, a place of forbidden magic, hidden deep in the forest. Ebra, softly. The plate, the stainless plate. For in the coven's shelf lay the answer to 100 years of silence. A relic of power. A key. And Ebra was willing to pay the price. In the lands beyond the known, past the whispering trees of Onyoka and the silence of Obinkyum, there lies a place few mortals dare speak of, the Coven of Shadows. It is the sacred meeting ground of witches, where night breathes secrets and fire speaks truth. The journey to Onyegu Hill. We see Ebra wrapped in a dark, hooded cloth, walking alone through a dense forest. Strange animal calls echo around her. The moon is a thin sliver in the sky, and her path is lit only by fireflies and glowing stones placed by ancient hands. Once every moonless night, the witches of many clans gather. They do not speak of war or mischief, but of balance, sacrifice, and secrets buried in time. Ebra, to herself. Tonight, I will find it. I will see the shelf. I will see the plate. As she nears a large hill made of dark rock, her footsteps slow. The ground begins to hum beneath her. Entering the coven. A circle of witches begins to form within a clearing. They wear robes of different patterns and symbols, glowing softly with spiritual energy. Their faces are obscured, but their presence is powerful. A blue flame rises from the center of the circle, spinning slowly. Witches, chanted in rhythm. Ebra enters quietly, joining the circle. The fire senses her arrival and flickers violently. Witch leader, Juruju. Late, but present. The daughter of Nena walks among us again. Juruju, the keeper of the flame, bore eyes that glowed like the belly of a python and a voice that could command wind. She was feared, even among her sisters. Juruju, to Ebra. What stirs your heart, child of Nena? Why do your thoughts ring louder than your chants? Ebra, bowing her head slightly. The wind brings stories of change. And I listen. Some witches hiss softly at her cryptic answer, but Juruju only stares. The glimpse of the shelf. As the chants continue, a spiritual portal opens briefly, revealing a glowing room deep beneath the coven. In the corner, on a dark wooden shelf, sits the stainless plate, small, plain, but pulsing with ancient power. It looked like nothing. Just a plate, forgotten and dull. Yet, its weight could shift the fate of a people. Ebra, in awe, whispering. That is it. That is the key to Umutu's freedom. The vision fades. The portal closes. The witches begin to dance, each movement drawing shapes in the air, weaving energy into the soil. The gathering was not for dreams, nor plans of rebellion. The coven met to remember who they were, to keep their bonds strong. Yet Ebra's heart beat to a different drum. After the gathering, Ebra returns home, her robes wet with dew, eyes still shining with secrets. Nena waits by the fire, her face stern, her hands folded. Nena. You went to the coven. Ebra, sitting. Yes. Nena, quietly. And now you see it, don't you? The shelf. The plate. The curse breaker. Ebra. I must take it, Mama. If the land is cursed and the only way to break the curse is for the stainless plate in the coven's shelf to touch the soil of Umutu clan, then let me be the one who lifts it. Nena, family. You think power is the same as permission? That plate is protected by more than chance. It is guarded by law, by blood, by fire. Ebra. Then let fire test me. Let blood mark me. But I will not let fear chain my people. Later that night, Ebra draws a diagram in the dirt behind her hut, a crude sketch of the shelf and plate. She whispers to the stars. Ebra. I do not know how, but I will take it. For Umutu. For the children who deserve to dream without dying. Thus began her plan, slow as the moon's turning, secret as the owl's wing. For to take the plate, she would need to risk not only her soul, but the trust of those who called her sister. To take from the coven, is to betray blood. To steal from the shelf, is to wake the spirit of Okenma. But some betrayers are born not from greed, but from love. Ebra returns to the sacred hill the night after the gathering. She kneels before a large tree with a twisted trunk, known as Okundu, the tree of life. There, she pours libation, whispering in the tongue of the ancients. Ebra, spirits of the earth, ancestors of Umutu. If this path be foolish, show me. If it be righteous, strengthen me. A sudden gust of wind blows out her candle. A mist rises from the root of the tree, forming into a shadowy figure, not evil, but ancient and sorrowful. Ebra, daughter of a broken land. To take the plate, you must pass the trial. Not by force, but by fire, blood, and the silence of truth. Ebra, trembling. I am ready. The trial of the mind, guilt and shadows. Ebra enters a trance-like state. The forest fades away, replaced by a swirling void of memory. She finds herself in her childhood home, only it is filled with the ghosts of villagers who died from the curse. First ghost, a young boy. Why didn't you stop it sooner? Second ghost, a builder. We trusted the earth. It swallowed us whole. Ebra, tears for men. I did not know then, but I do now. A giant shadow, Okema's spirit, emerges behind them, laughing with a voice like shattering glass. Okema's voice. You think courage alone can undo my curse? Even love bleeds in the end. Ebra drops to her knees, hands on her ears, until the ghosts fade and silence returns. The trial of blood, the river of suffering. Ebra stands at the edge of a blood-red river. Faces swirl beneath the surface, some screaming, some silent. A narrow, invisible bridge stretches across. To walk the river of suffering, one must carry the weight of those who died. Each step would draw pain from their souls and lace it through her own. Ebra, stepping onto the invisible bridge. Let their pain pass through me. I will carry them home. With each step, she feels her body weaken. Screams echo. But she does not stop. At the final step, a wave rises from the river and tries to pull her down. Voice of her mother, Nena, in her head. Stand tall, my child. Stand like the Iroko. She screams and steps forward, emerging on the other side, breathless and bloodied. Now in a dark chamber lit by floating flames. A small fireball floats before her. The last trial, carry the flame of purpose without letting it die. But beware, doubt, fear, and truth will try to extinguish it. She holds the flame in her palm. As she walks, whispers surround her. First voice. They will never thank you. Second voice. You will die forgotten. Third voice. You are not strong enough. The flame flickers. Ebra stops, closes her eyes, and begins to sing an old lullaby, one her mother used to hum when she was a child. The flame grows steady. Her voice becomes stronger. It was not silence, nor power, that carried her through. It was memory. It was love. Ebra wakes on the floor of the cavern's sacred chamber. Her eyes glow faintly. Before her stands Juruju, holding the stainless plate wrapped in white cloth. Juruju, coldly. You have passed the trials. But that does not make you one of us anymore. Ebra, bowing her head. I never wished to belong. I only wished to set them free. Juruju extends the plate slowly. The coven watches in silence. With blistered hands and a burning heart, she took the plate, not as a thief, but as a liberate. The night chose no side. It simply washed. As clouds swallowed the moon and stars held their breath, Ebra, the witch with a heart of fire, did the unthinkable. In her hut, Ebra prepares silently. She wraps the edge of her feet with plantain leaves, traditional binding to mask her steps from spirit watchers. She wears black cloth soaked in shadow oil. A small knife hangs by her waist. The flame of purpose had burned trials into her soul. Now came the path no trial could prepare her for, betrayal. She kneels before her mother, Nena, one last time. Ebra. If I fail, bury my bones beside the stream. Nena, placing a charm around her neck. If you fail, I will raise the dead to find you. They share a quiet look. No tears. Just understanding. Entering the coven uninvited. The forest is heavy with silence. Even the owls are quiet. Ebra makes her way through the winding path to the hill. The coven is not in session tonight, no chants, no fire. Only darkness. To enter the coven outside the gathering is to invite wrath. But Ebra did not come to beg. She came to take. She reaches the entrance, marked by 2 statues with their mouths sewn shut. She lays her hand on one, whispers an incantation. The stone melts like wax, revealing the path inside. Inside the coven chamber, the air is thick with sleeping magic. Ghostly silhouettes of past witches drift around in restless slumber. The shelf stands in the corner, untouched, glowing faintly with a pulsing red light. Ebra, softly. You will touch Umutu soil tonight, even if it cost me my life. She approaches slowly. Each step feels like walking through water. Her breath shortens. Her vision blurs. Okenma's curse did not sleep. It waited, watched, guarding the very object that could end its reign. With a trembling hand, Ebra lifts the stainless plate from the shelf. The room doesn't shake. No fire falls. For a moment, peace. A loud shriek pierces the air like a spear through silence. The coven awakens. Every torch blazes to life. Shadows swirl, witches appear from the walls, eyes burning like coals. Juruju, furious. You dare. You touch the sacred. Ebra, running. This plate is not sacred. It is a chain. And I will break it. Witches chant in tongues. Lightning cracks. The coven trembles. Ebra dashes through the chaos, clutching the plate as spells fly past her. Ebra crashes through the forest, barefoot, dodging roots and spectral hounds. The sky thunders.